Codex alimentarius. What the Sam damn does this even mean? We're about to find out how this affects your entire life. This is, I busted out the whiteboard for this one because we got to cover this topic in depth because, to be honest, folks, we're running out of time. We're running out of time. I went and bought this whiteboard, just drew on it. Took me about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You like my artwork? Now listen, Codex alimentarius. Right now, across the world, in Essex, a huge food factory, food storage facility burnt down. A whole bunch of grain and soy and corn storage facilities in Iowa exploded in the last month and a half. Across Brazil, food storage places have burnt down. A huge storm, some argue that it was engineered weather warfare, blew through Iowa and destroyed millions of acres of corn, which is, going to affect the food supply, of course. So for some reason, a lot of food storage facilities and farms and whatnot are being hit this year. Very strange. Can't say who's behind it, but I can tell you this. The Forbes posted an article. Okay, guys, after 9/11, we got the Department of Homeland Security. After this virus that's going on, do we need to do the same thing with the world food supply for food security? Okay, so in other words, they're telling you that they want to do something similar, the equivalent to our freedoms, our food freedoms, as they did after 9/11 to our travel freedoms. Okay, the restrictions that are now upon us because of 9/11, they want to put restrictions on the food supply because of this whole thing. I'm not even going to say the words because you know what happens. Fact check, bullshit. Anyway, so hear me out. Codex alimentarius. So they say, maybe we'll do this thing to make food more secure. The Rockefeller Foundation website says we need. So Forbes is pitching it as if maybe we should do this. Rockefeller Foundation website says we're doing this, not to give them power because ultimately we have the ultimate power. They just rule by deceit and whatnot. But the thing is their little plan is Codex alimentarius. Now in Brazil, in 1995, I believe it was, is when Agenda 21 was announced. When they announced that, hey, we got a plan. We got a plan for the whole world. I don't care what country you live in. We got a plan for you. You live in Africa, you live in Europe, you live in Asia. You're all a part of the same plan. Agenda 21 is the agenda to control the entire world economy. They want a digital currency, not necessarily a one world currency, because that actually reduces some of the leverage they have over countries and manipulation of their currencies, but digital currency, cashless society, inventory and control of all goods, all commodities, etc. And they want it under control of one governing force. Now, this has been called a conspiracy theory for many decades. But you can type in Agenda 21 right now, and it's in plain sight. It's on United Nations website. It's not even you can read it yourself. However, you have to be aware that they use buzzwords like sustainable, security. So their idea, let me just pitch this just for you to understand. Their idea of a sustainable and secure food supply is one that they entirely control. And they won't allow you to grow food without spraying pesticides on it. They'll say it's not safe. They won't allow you to have livestock unless you inject it with a certain amount of hormones, parts per million, and unless you have a certain amount of antibiotics and whatnot in it because of security. They want to make sure you're secure. So, Codex alimentarius is the term that is used for this little food worldwide takeover. And in this document, perhaps most vile, in this document, they declare that nutrients are toxins. They declare that nutrients are toxins. This is double speak. This is George Orwell's double speak right now, saying a thing that holds two contradictory beliefs at the same time. Nutrients are toxins. What? How the heck does that make any sense? It doesn't. This whole thing doesn't. What's going on right now in the world does not make sense unless there's a specific plan that's pushing us towards a certain direction, which they prefer. So, when I'm telling you folks about how Australia is banning essential oils, their plan is to ban essential oils. Or when I'm talking about how they're trying to ban certain supplements, vitamin C supplements. You can barely talk about that on YouTube. They're trying to ban those supplements in the UK. Yeah, shutting down supplement shops. No. Pharmacies open. Supplement shops closed. That's the plan. So when I talk to you folks about, for example, Shilajit, and I'm talking about the benefits of hot water purified Shilajit, it's no joke that if Agenda 21 and Codex alimentarius is a real thing, which you can find out for yourself, who knows how long you would even be able to get a bottle of hot water purified mountainous resin, which is a composition of decomposing plant matter and minerals formed over thousands and thousands of years. It comes out of the cracks in Afghanistan and Pakistan and in India. If they were to ban the sale of this, you'd have to go there to get it. And then if you got caught with it, you could go to jail. This is where things are, it may sound a little extreme, but everything that's happened in the last few months has been extreme. And where they're pushing it and what happened in Rio de Janeiro when they announced Agenda 21, that was extreme. So they're already talking about, things that are superfoods, things that are clinically studied and powerful and have a beneficial effect on the human system. They're already talking about, we don't really want that. So when I'm explaining to you guys, Action 2.0 has 7 different clinically studied ingredients, which boost the ATP levels of your body, which is the energy levels of your body. And we know they're adding fluoride to the water, which pretty much does the opposite of that, drains your life force. Okay, we got people wearing, rubber soles all day, walking around, they're not grounding, which they're not connected to the earth. It's a charge, a magnetic charge. I was watching a video about it today. You're supposed to have your bare feet on the ground very often. It helps ground out negatively charged, or rather positively charged particles out of you. And there's some effect that happens when your feet are bare feet on the ground. It's healthy. So people are draining their energy levels. Action 2.0 has clinically studied ingredients, world-renowned plant intelligence, like rhodiola root. It's been used for thousands of years. Who knows when they could flip the switch and say, sorry, that's not safe. This thing that's been used for thousands of years is not safe. They could throw that at us in 2 seconds. So get your Shilajit, your Irish moss, your clinically studied ingredients while you can. Go to chalk.com, check the link, check the caption below, read the latest deal. They're doing something special today and tomorrow. So make sure you read it in detail and see what the codes are for you to get an amazing deal on some of the stuff that has been clinically studied to boost energy levels, cognitive function, pro-cognitive effect on the brain. Chalk 7 Wonders, by the way, for those wondering, I posted about lion's mane, clinical studies, nerve growth factor, pro-cognitive effect on your brain, enhances brain neuron growth. This medicinal mushroom that's in Chalk 7 Wonders. So try this stuff out, folks, before they ban the forest. Because they're making GMO trees. They're making GMO trees. They want to have a GMO forest, no birds, no insects, just trees that are genetically modified. They're going to log them, spray pesticides, kills all the evergreen. This is type in GMO trees. See what their plan is in British Columbia, man. They're already planting these. So we don't want that to contaminate the environment. It's crazy, man. GMOs, Agenda 21 is insane. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, man. Did you know about Codex alimentarius? You like that I brought out the whiteboard?